Hope flickers again for Swirler as a single phrase rewrites everything. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the world of Coronation Street, where a single sentence can send seismic shockwaves through an entire fandom. Hope has flickered back into life for Swirler fans after a bombshell revelation from the actor behind Lisa Swain. Carla Connor is, and always has been, Lisa's first true love. A phrase so loaded with emotional weight that it has instantly reignited speculation that this shattered romance may be far from over. After months of anguish, manipulation, heartbreak, and emotional devastation, months that saw Lisa torn apart from the inside and Carla pushed to the very edge, this revelation reframes everything viewers thought they understood about their relationship. Because when an actor describes a love as a character's first true love, it isn't mere romantic nostalgia. It is a foundational truth. It speaks to something primal, formative, and impossible to erase, no matter how much damage has been done. Suddenly, the question is no longer whether Swirler could find their way back to each other. It's whether they were ever truly finished at all. From the moment Lisa Swain and Carla Connor's connection ignited, viewers sensed something different. This was never a fleeting soap romance built solely on chemistry or convenience. It was intense, complicated, and emotionally raw, a relationship born not just of attraction, but of deep understanding. Lisa, guarded and bound by duty, found herself undone by Carla's vulnerability, strength, and contradictions. Carla, battle-scarred and weary, found safety in Lisa's steadiness, her moral compass, and her quiet devotion. Their bond cut through trauma, grief, and fear, offering both women something they hadn't even realized they were missing. Now, with the admission that Carla is Lisa's first true love, that connection is recontextualized as life-altering rather than circumstantial. What makes this revelation especially powerful is its timing. Swirler were not parted by indifference or fading feelings. They were torn apart by pain, manipulation, emotional abuse, secrets, and brutal circumstances dragged them away from one another, not a lack of love. Lisa's journey since losing Carla has been defined by repression and restraint. She buried her heartbreak beneath professionalism, duty, and self-sacrifice. But buried feelings do not disappear. They harden, they calcify, they endure. Calling Carla her first true love suggests that every relationship Lisa had before was incomplete, that Carla awakened something in her that can never be unknowingly undone. For Corrie fans, this confirmation feels like long overdue validation. Viewers have always argued that Lisa never truly let Carla go. The stolen glances, the quiet concern, the barely concealed pain whenever Carla's name is mentioned. All of it now makes devastating sense. You don't simply move on from your first true love. You carry them with you, even when the relationship is fractured beyond recognition. And in soap storytelling, that kind of emotional imprint is never accidental. The phrase first true love also carries another implication: unfinished business. True love in soap rarely ends quietly. It pauses, it fractures, it explodes. But it does not vanish. This revelation suggests that Lisa's emotional arc is far from resolved and that Carla remains firmly at its center. Even after the betrayals, the trauma, and the scars, Carla is still the one. If Carla is Lisa's first true love, logic suggests she may also be the love that ultimately defines her future. Crucially, this bombshell also reframes Carla's side of the story. Carla Connor is no stranger to heartbreak. She has loved deeply, lost painfully, and survived experiences that would have destroyed most people. What she shared with Lisa was rare: stability without control, passion without chaos, intimacy without manipulation. Lisa didn't want to own Carla. She wanted to protect her. And for someone like Carla, that distinction matters profoundly. Knowing now how deeply Lisa's feelings ran adds another layer of tragedy to their separation, and another layer of hope to the idea of reconciliation. After all the pain Swirler have endured, hope feels dangerous. But it is undeniable. Neither woman has truly healed. Lisa remains emotionally frozen, her heart locked behind duty and fear. Carla continues to orbit her own wounds, deflecting, reinventing, and self-sabotaging. In soap history, when two characters remain emotionally incomplete apart, their story is rarely over. And when an actor drops a hint this loaded, it is rarely accidental. Fans have responded with explosive joy, clinging to the belief that this isn't merely commentary on the past, but a signpost for what lies ahead. Coronation Street has always excelled at slow-burn love stories rooted in trauma and redemption, and Swirler fits that mold perfectly. A reunion wouldn't be easy, and it shouldn't be. Too much damage has been done for a simple reset. But that's precisely why the payoff would be so powerful. Healing together. Confronting the past. Acknowledging mistakes. Choosing each other again. That would elevate Swirler from a love story to an epic. There is also something quietly revolutionary in framing this as Lisa's first true love. It affirms queer love not as a side plot, but as a defining emotional journey. This wasn't a phase, an experiment, or a stepping stone. Carla wasn't just another relationship. She was the one who changed everything. That matters, not just narratively, but culturally, and perhaps most importantly, it reframes hope not as denial, but as inevitability. Love like this doesn't fade. It waits. It lingers. It resurfaces when the walls finally crack. Lisa Swain calling Carla Connor her first true love isn't just a romantic soundbite. It's a promise that their story still has chapters left to tell. Whether those chapters lead to reconciliation, redemption, or one last devastating confrontation, Swirler's emotional thread is alive and pulsing beneath the surface. In a genre where romances are often disposable, this confirmation feels monumental. It tells us that what Lisa and Carla shared was real, profound, and unforgettable. And in Coronation Street, unforgettable love stories rarely stay buried forever. Swirler may be broken. But broken doesn't mean finished. After all the pain, the loss, and the tears, hope has returned, along with the tantalizing possibility that Lisa and Carla could yet find their way back to each other, stronger, wiser, and more deeply in love than ever before. Because in Weatherfield, words like first true love are never empty. They land with intention, with history, and with the promise of emotional consequence.